It's gonna be really quick. Oh, it was recording. I mean, it's quality over quantity, guys. Last week I went to the movies with Billy. We saw. I don't know what my hair is doing. I don't like it. And we saw the new Silent Hill movie. And I don't know how many of you know this about me, but I'm not great with scary movies. Like, Battle Royale, fine. Like, violence is fine. Not actually, don't hurt anyone. But I can't do psychological thrillers. And it wasn't so bad. I thought Silent Hill was actually really, there were parts of it that were really, really funny. Like, they had, the main, girl character, there was like a love interest, and his lips were like the poutiest I've ever seen. His like lady lips. But we were fine. We get in the car and we're like talking about the movie, and then I can't remember what I was looking at, but I was looking at something outside the window, and then Billy goes, "Hey Kirsten," and so I turn my head, and he like turns the flashlight on just as I'm turning my head, and I screamed for probably like 10 seconds straight. I was crying. It was so bad. I thought I'd held it together. Last second, I folded. It was so bad. So embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. So, I also got to make my schedule for next semester because I have a bunch of credits. So, on Sunday, I signed up for 3 different French classes. They're all level 400, so it's going to be tricky, but yeah, I can handle it. And then I'm also taking neuropsych, which is I'm really excited about. I get to do that because I needed one more elective for my poli-sci, and so psych counts for that. I'm not really sure why that is, but I'll take it. And I'm really excited to compare it to neurobiology, which I didn't take, but I sat in on a lot of those classes because my friend was taking it, and it's like super interesting. So I can't wait to compare them. And Heather, maybe you know the different kind of perspectives, but I think neuropsych is more about afflictions of the brain and how that works. I think they do go into the biology of it, but I'm not exactly sure the main differences yet, but I'm excited to see. And I'm also taking 3 French classes, neuropsych. Oh, and philosophy of rights and justice, I think, and I'm excited for kind of the same reasons as neuropsych, because I really can compare it to the law classes I've taken. Like, so, and now I'm learning the law and how people decide, what is constitutionally correct and what is not. And you look at a bunch of cases. I took civil rights and civil liberties, but also other kinds of law as well. So now I get to look at the philosophical kind of implications, whereas especially justices have to keep in mind the actual limitations, like is it feasible to overturn this law, and that's kind of an interesting take on it, because it seems to not make, like, something is constitutional or not constitutional, but they have to think about more than just they have to think about the legal ramifications. I couldn't think of how to word that. I'm like, I love playing my saxophone. It gets me in such a good mood. Oh, I played my saxophone before this, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to, because we found out that Antoinette is showing, our landlady is showing the house tomorrow, so Amy was like, hey, can you clean, can you help us clean? So I spent an hour cleaning our kitchen, because it is so disgusting, and we didn't even really have proper cleaning supplies. Like, we don't have a mop. So I took our dish rag, and I'm like, okay, I just need to use this, and I'll throw it out afterwards, and I'll replace it. Like, because our floor, it's so bad. No one actually eats in our kitchen, though, so it's not that bad, because we're a little messy. I'm trying to remember what I liked about Silent Hill. I really think the things that I liked best were the parts that made it funny and not scary. It was good. It's a good experience, but I don't think it was a good movie. So besides the pouting lips, there were just moments where they juxtapose, like, is she being crazy or is someone else just doing something weird? It's like they're on the bus and, like, all of a sudden this, like, this crazy man, and they close up on his face and he's just like laughing very excitedly about nothing. But it's like a split second, and then they go back to her being like freaked out about something serious. And it's like, who made that decision? I don't know. But it helped me get through it. Oh, and there's one part that at first I didn't understand. There are these creepy nurses with lots of very sharp knives, and every time they move, they make orgasm noises, like or like I can't even imitate it because it's not exactly like that, but and I don't know why they did that. But then Billy explained that there's a lot of like sexual psychoanalysis, but they didn't add that really like throughout the movie, or if they did, I personally didn't notice it. It was just that one scene. So like it's not like they had this kind of trend of adding the sexuality and the violence like throughout it. It was just that scene with the nurses. Like that was it. So to me, it just seemed really silly. Like they're not sexy. They're just crazy. Would not want to do anything with those nurses. The hurricane was pretty romantic. I do mean that. So the power goes out, and there's nothing to do all day except lay around, cuddle, watch a movie. There's candlelight in the evening. You know, if you still have anything to drink, because the water's not good, so beer is nice. If you have some wine, it's just like very romantic setting. And it's me and Amy. So we're like, what are we gonna do? We like cuddled all day. We did like, you know, normal romantic stuff. Oh, and then we played chess in the dark. It was a good time. It was really silly though. I thought I was gonna catch up on a ton of work. It didn't happen at all. It was like the best week ever. I hope everyone else did well. I know Frankie, I think Frankie said she didn't even lose power, which is really nice. It put me behind with my internship, though. We're supposed to be in the schools and, like, actually giving our lessons now, but it's been pushed back weeks. So, I might not I mean, maybe we'll get to do a couple lessons, but we were supposed to do a lot, and that's not gonna happen now. What, a girl can't work on No Shave November?